You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. I'm Mark Hunter. And hey, in this episode, another solo episode. In fact, you know what? We're now going 2 episodes a week. Every Monday, I'm coming out with a new episode. Just me talking about a topic. Today, year-end sales strategies. I'm going to share with you 7 strategies that you can be using right now to maximize your year-end sales. So, hey, let's get going.
You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast with Mark Hunter, where the focus is to help you as a sales leader sell with confidence and integrity. And now here's your host.
When it comes to closing deals, Calendly knows how important maintaining momentum is for your sales team. Calendly provides the automation you need to connect with your best leads faster and schedule every meeting throughout your sales cycle. Prevent scheduling delays that stall deals and let your team focus on what they do best. Driving revenue. Request your demo of Calendly today. Hey, we here at the Sales Center use Calendly, but let's talk right now about year-end sales strategies. Let's jump into it. Right now, number one, first of all, companies have year-end money they need to spend, especially big companies. Secret, don't let this out. There's a lot of big companies that are awash in cash. They've got revenue, they've got sales, they've got profits, and they're looking to spend that money. Here's what I find. This is very interesting. The bigger the company, the more likely they are to have year-end money to spend. So don't hesitate to be right up front with customers and prospects. Hey, what's your year-end budget look like? Let's make this happen now, because that allows you to also create urgency. That's number one. Number two is now's the time to be leveraging all of the relationships you have with existing companies. You see, here's what I find too often. We get down towards the end of the year and people start honing in on a tight list. And they fail to realize that they may have 3, 4, 5 connections at an existing company, 3, 4, 5 connections at a prospect that's very close to close. Leverage all of the relationships, because what you're going to find is not only is there probably the primary deal that you're working on, but there may be other secondary deals, and or these individuals are in communication with each other. You need to be looking out and expanding that. Next one, number 3, is referrals. Hey, you know what's interesting? I find salespeople too often don't ask for referrals. Think about this. Referrals are motivated people who probably have the intent to buy already. And that means it's a shorter sales cycle. So here we are in the 4th quarter. Why would I not sit there and be picking up the phone and reaching out to customers saying, hey, who else do you know that could benefit from the same way I've been able to help you? Think about that with all your existing customers. You have got referrals out there. Leverage them. Number 4, look to your old customers and even those you've lost. Hey, look, you went through all this time and effort to get this customer to come on board. And they may have bought and then they went away. They went somewhere else, or they just chose not to buy again. Or maybe it's a customer that prospect that you got really close to, but then, you lost them. They went somewhere else. Hey, you know what? You've developed this relationship. Reach out to them. It is worth cycles in your prospecting cadence, in your prospecting time, your prospecting block to go after those right now. I find so many times what happens is salespeople are quick to overcomplicate things. They overcomplicate things. And as a result, they look past this stuff. Hey, LinkedIn users chimed in. Do you agree most sales professionals have 10 months to achieve 12-month sales target? Yes, it is. That's why this 4th quarter is such a short quarter, which again is one of the things that I want to hone in on. You can't plan this as a normal quarter. Depending on the industry, depending on kind of who you sell to, the 4th quarter may be shorter. Maybe shorter because they simply are just not available, or it may be shorter because they're busy, any number of different things. This is one of the reasons why I love having multiple ICPs, multiple ideal customer profiles in different industries. Because whereas one industry may be shutting down for the quarter, another industry might be gearing up. It's absolutely. Aiden, hey, love hearing from you. Having a prospecting cadence changed my career. You bet it is. And I would hope that you've got one coming into the fourth quarter. Oh, but if you don't, that's a whole nother story. Hey, here's the whole thing. Your old customers, and even those you've lost, they've got business. They are ready to do business, but you got to reach out to them. Next one on the list is keep it simple for new customers to buy from you. Now is not the time to boil the ocean. You may be way off in making your number, okay? And you're going to swing for the fences and you're going to try to close this one deal. And you know what? Chances are it's not going to happen. Even Babe Ruth struck out more times than he hit home runs. You see, I'd rather be hitting a lot of singles as a way to make my number than trying to go for the fences, because you know what? I won't. It just isn't going to be there unless you have got that big deal that is already very close to closing. That's the only reason I would focus in on that. But I want to make it as easy for customers to buy as possible. Hey, here's another one. Know your calendar. I can't believe the number of times I hear from salespeople, well, I didn't realize we were going to, as a company, we were going to stop taking orders on December 15th or December 18th. Excuse me, that may be the day that you always do it every year. Know your calendar. When's the last day to process an order? When's the last day to set up a new customer? When's the last time to submit an order? What's the last ship date? You've got to understand these. Mark your calendar now. Because again, go back to that comment from that LinkedIn listener in terms of, hey, it is so easy for us to get caught short because we didn't realize how short the fourth quarter is. You know, what's interesting is not only do you need to know your own calendar, you need to know your customer's calendar. If you have existing customers that are buying from you on a regular basis, now's the time to be reaching out to them. Hey, I want to follow up with you because I want to make sure that we deliver to you the best service possible as we come into the end of the year. First of all, I want to make sure that, hey, as you're looking at your budget and so forth, that we maximize positions. So if you've got some money there, let's feel free to take advantage of that. But also, more importantly, I want to understand what days are you going to be open? What days are you going to be closed? What days are you going to be shipping, receiving, etc.? Whatever it might be that you sell. You know what's interesting is you have this conversation right now with existing clients in October, and they're going to say thank you. They're going to say, hey, you know what? Nobody else is having that conversation with me. You are going to be the one that's going to get them thinking. Hey, and of course, this is another LinkedIn user in South Africa. Most B2B clients closed the 15th of December till January 7th. Yes. So guess what? It is amazing. So again, for those of you who are selling in different countries, you got to understand the lay of the land. Right now, I'm recording this on Monday, October 10th. And you know what's interesting? Today is Thanksgiving Canada Day. Yeah, today is Thanksgiving in Canada. Did you know that? Yeah, it is. So they're basically shut down. Yeah. See, know the calendar. This is so critical as we get into the end of the year. You know, here's one that I've already talked about a little bit, but I want to come back and hone in on and know the industries you sell to and how they react to the last 6 weeks of the year. Okay, I talked about this earlier in terms of knowing what clients are up and what clients are down. But here's what I found. If I can preempt them with questions and comments that play into their business cycle, they're going to look at me in a more advantageous way. Final one I want to share with you is be ready. Sell the need, sell fast. Hey, here's the whole thing. Speed more than ever works at the end of the year. Years ago, I was running a pipe, pump, and valve company. And we found just by staying open the end of the year, we were able to snag a tremendous amount of business because we were able to sell the need. We were able to be ready and we sold fast. You see, here's the whole thing. Don't run from business at the end of the year. There's a lot of business out there for you to get, a lot of business. Year-end strategies just have to be prepared for. Hey, what I want to share with you this Monday and every Monday is some quick sales advice. And we want to take this moment to thank you for listening, and thank you, Calendly, for sponsoring today's show, and continue to help sales teams focus on driving revenue. Prevent scheduling delays that stall deals, and let your team focus on what they do best, driving revenue. Request your demo of Calendly today. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. You've been listening to another The Sales Hunter podcast. I do hope you're subscribing to it, because we come out twice a week, once on Thursday with a solo episode for me, and on Thursday with the interview format of some of the leading experts in the sales industry. What is it about? It's about helping you sell more effectively. Why? Because I want to help you help others influence and impact, so you can help them see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Reach out to me anytime, and make sure you check out the Sales Hunter University. Great selling.